Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the Daily Motor Real World Commute Fuel Economy Test on the 2024, I'm pretty sure this is a 4, BMW 850 GS, this one specifically being the trophy model. In this test, we're going to head out and do 41.5 miles of mixed riding, mixture of city type riding, aggressive riding, steady state, highway, and steady state kind of 55-ish mile an hour roads. We're going to come back to the same pump that we fill up from, fill it all the way back up, and get a fuel economy number for this sort of do-it-all kind of mid-range adventure bike. For those of you who are not aware, this is running a 850-ish cc parallel twin engine. We've got, of course, our standard 6-speed transmission. We're going to make sure the tire pressures are set to their placard numbers. What are we at here for this bike? Oh, interesting. Is it not telling us on the swing arm anywhere? Most bikes tell you on the swing arm what your tire pressures are supposed to be. I might actually have to break out the manual for this one. Although I know we do have electronic tire pressure monitoring, so I can check on there as well. We are going to leave the side cases on. The way I see it is if you are commuting on this bike, you're probably going to be running with some sort of side case. Help you give some extra usability to the bike. And we'll probably have the windshield in the higher position as well. This windshield has a really nifty quick swap functionality. Can I even do it one-handed here? Let's see. Yep, super easy to do. So you can lower that down or raise it up. Really shouldn't make that dramatic of a difference, but we will have it in the upper position. And I'm also going to ride fairly relaxed and casually. Maybe if you were commuting into the office in the morning, you'd want to know what sort of numbers you'd get without ripping it up to red line at every stoplight. It's just going to be kind of a casual, smooth ride. We'll probably do it in the road mode as well, road ride mode. So we have a few different, we got rain and dynamic and enduro, but we'll do the test in road. If you don't want to see some of our other fuel economy tests, we just wrapped up the Suzuki Hayabusa, and under that very unsightly mattress topper, there is a Honda NC750. That's going to be an interesting one. That's got the dual clutch automatic transmission. And we've also got some other ones up on the channel, so make sure to check the link below for those. Without any further ado, I'm going to make sure we've got our tire pressure set, get this thing warmed up, and head to the fuel station. This really confused me when I first got a BMW keyless entry sort of bike. You can't open the gas tank when the bike is on, so you have to turn it off, and then it pops right open. It's a super nifty way to do it, but it is locked while the motorcycle is on. And something to consider if you're planning on regularly riding the F850 is that it does take premium fuel. So even though there are bikes that make similar amounts of power with similar sized motors that you can put regular in, the BMW you got to use premium. 4.9 gallon fuel tank in here. You should be putting in a good amount of fuel. I don't recommend topping your motorcycle off regularly, but we're going to have to do it for the sake of science. .224 gallons going in for our first fill. We're going to head out on the road, get this test going, and in the meantime enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Back to the pump. We are at 40.9 miles according to the bike, so a little bit low according to compared to what we know it is on GPS, but 53.4 mpg according to the bike's readout. So we're going to fill it up and then see what actual calculation we get based off of the fuel that goes into the bike. Impressions after being in the saddle for an hour and a half. There's something about this saddle, specifically this seat. It pushes me forward a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of junk clumpage, if you will. There's not enough pressure being on my butt cheeks back here, and there's too much forward motion pushing me forward. I had a similar thing with my V-Strom 650, but it wasn't the case with some of the bikes we've had recently. So something to keep in mind. Other than that, the bike is remarkably comfortable. Great suspension, easy to ride. Engine just lacks a little bit of character. But let's get it filled up, see what sort of fuel economy we have. That was a 41.5 mile route. 41.5 miles divided by the 0.752 gallons that we put in at the fuel station, giving us 55 miles per gallon here for the F850 GS Trophy, or for you all who don't do miles per gallon, 4.3 liters per 100 kilometers. A little bit better than the gauge readout, and a little bit better than the other ADV bikes around this weight and size and horsepower level that we've measured. So that's a pretty good figure, even though you do have to account for putting in premium fuel. I think over in Europe that wouldn't be as much of an issue because they run higher octane ratings in general. But yeah, 55 mpg. So if we take that 55 and multiply it by the 4.9 gallon fuel tank, it's giving you an effective cruising range of just a hair under 270. We're going to actually put it at 260. We like to round down to the nearest 10, give you a little bit of wiggle room there. But 260 miles out of just under 5 gallons on the tank here for the F850. So, comfortable suspension, heated handle grips, which I should say we didn't use, optional heated seat, good lighting, and a lot of good accessory options. I mean, the F850 makes a compelling case for itself. If you do want to see more on the bike, check the link in the description. We're going to shoot a full review after our time with it. I'm doing a little no-talking winding road drive right now, so you can check that linked below as well. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, ride on.